What's happening, YouTube? Chief J here. Topic of the day. Topic of the night, more like. What I don't like about Florida. South Florida specifically. I've said before that I want to move out of here. I want to move up north, but I suppose I'll give you guys a little more insight on why that is. Basically, this is what I ride in, and this is about all there is to ride. That's nice. Like there's some there's pretty much only one good area to ride, which is A1A, the beach road along the Atlantic Ocean. It's pretty nice. It's got, you know, some of the closest thing we've got to twisties here in South Florida. But, you know, it's a 35-mile-an-hour road. And it's really pretty heavily enforced. But there's more to it than that. Let me rephrase that. The two good things about South Florida, not only aside from riding, but just generally, is the beach, which is over about 10 minutes that away, and the fact that I can pretty much ride year round. That's pretty nice also. But that's really about it. Even before I started riding and started noticing like the riding downsides of it, I wanted out of here. For those of you guys that don't know, I'm in Palm Beach, which is the southeast coast. It's about 50 or so miles north of Miami, maybe a little more than 50. But basically, everything around here is flat and straight. The twisties are the freeway on-ramps. When it's in the summer, it's hot pretty much year-round, and I don't like hot weather. I like cold weather. Or at least maybe not like negative, 20-degree weather. I'm not talking like what they get in the Northeast, because that's just crazy. But it's just, I like hills. I like the cold. I like kind of that foresty. It's funny because when you're in Florida, everything is north. Like, you guys that distinguish the United States, like the South and the North, where the South for you guys stretches to like freaking Virginia or whatever. For me, it's totally different. The South for me, the North is Georgia or Alabama. That's north for me. It's still the South, but it's north for me, you know what I mean? And that's where I want to be. I love it around there. I love the Atlanta area. Not in the city. The city of Atlanta has its charms and has its appeal. But what I'm really talking about is kind of that area around it, like north, particularly northeast and northwest of Atlanta. It's just really nice out there, and I love it, because I don't like the things that we enjoy here in Florida, and I'll take riding out of the equation for a second. The whole thing we have of being next to the beach, I'm not like a huge fan of the beach. I don't really go to the beach that often, and I mean, it's nice enough to ride around the beach, but what I really love are like the woods and the hills. I love that. Like, I was watching some of Dirt Hog 365's videos, and you should go check out Dirt Hog 365. He's a pretty cool guy. I'll put a link to his channel somewhere on screen right now. But like that scenery, he's up in I think Western North Carolina. I apologize if I got that wrong, but he's up around there, and it's freaking beautiful, man. It's like, it makes down here seem like absolute crap to me. Like, I don't know, man. I'm Canadian by blood, and Canada's nice and all, and I guess maybe that's why I kind of got that love of the cold weather. Like, right now, it's not cold, but for Florida, it is cool right now. It's like in the low 70s, maybe even the high 60s right now, and it's freaking nice. And we barely ever get that weather. We get that barely a month and a half out of the year, maybe 2 if we're lucky. And even then, it's never like a continuous thing. It's like, here's some nice weather, and it's gone. It's like that. It's like the one guy from freaking South Park, and it's gone. I see you're enjoying this cold front, and it's gone. And yeah, like I love the four seasons, and I guess even that I could live without. What's up with this? Oh, okay. But even the like it's the terrain. It's all so flat, and the roads are straight, and it doesn't have any of that. To me, at least, it just doesn't have any natural beauty. And this doesn't even go for all of Florida. Like when I was up in Tampa for the meetup in Clearwater and all that, and north when I went up to ride with Moto Tripping and stuff, like that terrain was all right too. It was pretty nice. It was a change of pace from this crap, which is what I'm dealing with daily. And I mean, this is really the nice version of that crap because it's not so freaking hot right now, you know. But normally I'm dealing with this in 95-degree weather. The other thing, cost. That kind of jumped to another subject, but the cost of living down here is really, really high. Just everything's expensive. Insurance is expensive. Housing is expensive. Like if you want a passable apartment that's not in the absolute like ghettoest part of town, you're looking at a minimum, and that's if you find a really good deal, a minimum of $600 a month. Like that's a lot of money, and it makes it really difficult to, like, for me to even set myself up to be like, oh, I'm gonna move out, because I live with my parents still, and it makes it difficult for me as a student to say I'm gonna move out, because I got some money and I could make it work, but things would be so tight that, it's just, okay. Huh. Freaking weird cagers today. But, it's just this whole thing where it's really, really difficult to try to do something like that. Whereas up north, like, I've looked at real estate in Georgia. I can find something for way cheaper, like almost half the price. And, that'd be something I could do on, like, the money that I make right now. And granted, I don't make a lot of money. I'm doing all right, but, I don't make, like, really... I make a wage that'd be livable almost anywhere else, but over here, it's not really a livable wage. What is up with this guy? Freaking going 35 miles an hour. That's all we're doing is 35. 29. Oh, you needed to turn. All right. My point is, I just kind of want to explain to people, because a lot of people seem to think that living in Florida is just... it's amazing and great, and don't get me wrong, it's a first world kind of statement to complain about living here, because it's nice, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm just kind of explaining why, to me, when I say like Florida sucks and I want out, I'm not trying to be, I don't know, a selfish, spoiled whatever about it. It's just, this is not the place for me. This is not where I see myself spending the rest of my life. No way, no how. Tell me what you guys think. Where do you live? Where do you want to live, I'm interested to hear, because I find, like, people are either one of two things. Like, when they're born and raised somewhere, they either love it and never want to leave it, or else they cannot wait to get out of there, And I guess I'm in that kind of latter category. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Try and ride. If it's not for you, it's not for you, and it's not for everybody. Worst case scenario, you've wasted a weekend of your time. At best, you've just discovered something new and wonderful that's gonna change your life.